Hello, once again, this is the VG Pierce. I'll be coming at you with some Season 6 action for the Cabal Vision Champions Cup playoffs. And we are going to cover some more quarterfinals as we see the last game. L'Oreal's Dancers, Wood Elf team to take out the human team. Prior to the Reichland, Wood Elves getting a little bit bashy on the human team, but nonetheless did come out not too bad. But still, boy, human team had a few injuries there at the right moments, and actually had he maybe injured that War Dancer with that strip ball, then he might be a little bit better off. But unfortunately, doesn't carry the ball with the thrower at the end, and just some small mistakes here and there led up to the loss. Next up though, Chaos Dwarf team. Outwatch is going to take on Straight Elf Society, the Dark Elf team. Dark Elf team actually coming to replacement of another Dark Elf team that did not come into the Champions Cup and was not able to get his game going or anything like that, so we had to get somebody else to come in. But nonetheless, he did take out good Doge Necromantic team, and now is able to take on this Chaos Dwarf team. In my preliminary predictions, I did say I liked the Chaos Dwarf team, so we'll see how that's gonna pan out. So far in my predictions, I've been doing okay-ish, about 50%, actually about 60% on my predictions. I believe I got, well, this one doesn't count because that didn't play, and this one doesn't really count either because we got the new Dark Elves in there, so that doesn't count. But I think I got 3 of 3, and then here I got 2 of 1, and so right now I am slightly better than 50% on my predictions, but that's really because I got a little bit too many new coaches to predict. But yes, coached by Crucifer, Outwatch, the Chaos Dwarf team, going to be taking on this Dark Elf team, coached by Clement0, Straight Elves Society. And we'll see what we have in store. Chaos Dwarf team had played against the Chaos team in the first round, and lots of injuries was caused on the Chaos team. Loads of fouls was done, and hell, we're going to see probably a little bit more of that. Wizard in hand for the Dark Elves, and Crucifer does not have a bribe for this match, and so we'll see if he wants to get a little bit crazy with those fouls, but at this point he might do it. He's still got a Hobgoblin there in reserve. We'll see who actually won the coin toss. It is going to be the Dark Elves, and he will opt to kick, so he wants to get the full complement on defense. I can't really blame him here, but that does mean he's going to have to face off against piling on Mighty Blow guys with Claw even in front line. Stand firm for those guys. Mighty Blows for these Chaos Dwarfs. So these Dark Elves might not be able to stand up against the might here that is this front line of this Chaos Dwarf team. We'll see though. We'll definitely have to wait and see. Oh, right now I actually got to hang on for a second, guys. I need to go and change up the title of my video. Will be Chaos Dwarf Crucifer taking on the Dark Elves Clement0. There we go. Sorry about that. Had to update my title for the match, and there we go. So now Dark Elves, he does have a nice good bit of skills here for the Dark Elves, as you see there. Does have that Witch Elf here with the +1 in agility. Does also have that Sure Feet. Oh, actually, I think that is, no, that's Sure Feet, yeah, for sure. And he does have the Jump Up, so gonna make her into a bit of a huge ball carrier. Just need to maybe get Sprint in the next bit, I guess. But definitely, oh man, the set your team up is all up in my face. Here we go, and he does have the Runner. Does have the Dump Off as well as the Leader ability here for that Runner. And then the 4 blitzers there, the staple here for the Dark Elf team, armor value 8, right? Tackle, blodge, sidestep, and then more blodge here, sidestep for all of his guys. So kind of opting for guys that can receive the ball, and that's kind of what you see here. As you see, the Witch Elf is kind of taking over the duties that the Runner will probably have, but not a big deal here. Only 1 Witch Elf on this pitch as well. Does have a Loner lineman to boot as well as a block lineman, and does have another Dark Elf to come in. And as I said before though, Chaos Dwarves, lots of kill guys up front, and does have Bull Centaurs, both of them with break tackle. This one with the tackle ability, and also the blodge, as well as another blodge with that break tackle here on this Bull Centaur. Does have a dirty player, a Hobgoblin, as well as a Hobgoblin here with the +1 movement allowance, blodge with the sure hands. see the Dark Elves watch the Chorfs last match and play a different style. Yeah, that's right about that. We'll see here. And obviously, if you are going to be playing in the Champions Cup, you definitely want to check out the last match of your opponents, because man, it really makes a difference whether or not you're going to succeed in life, right? Honestly, guys, do it. Just do it. Just check out your opponents. I swear, you need to. Chaos Dwarfs, though, with that mighty blow. Oh, we'll be able to get that hit in, get the KO, and that's what I'm talking about. Dark Elves might not have enough in the tank here to survive this Chaos Dwarf team. That's really the biggest reason why I did pick this Chaos Dwarf team to win, because, man, the front line's so dangerous. Lots of guard up front as well, so the Dark Elves can't even get the hits up on these Chaos Dwarf guys on the pitch. I mean, honestly, what you gonna do? They form up, they stick together, and they bowl you over. Short style of this team, it's easy to score after clearing the pitch. Yeah, you're right about that. And boy, oh boy, Crucifer is definitely gonna try to do that with this Dark Elf team, or with this Chaos Dwarf team on the Dark Elf team. Actually re-rolled that, getting some re-rolls in there, and so he's going to be down to 2 re-rolls, but really trying to get down the hurts on the Dark Elf team every chance he gets, piling on mighty blow, but no big injuries there. Just going to get a stun here for this time being. Going to get the ball pick up by the Hobgobbo, and now the Dark Elf team's going to have to try to prove it and try to play some defense, and no real big ball hawk for this guy. Maybe that Witch Elf kind of counts, but I mean, she jumps in there, no strip ball, no tackle, no nothing. I mean, I just don't know. Nobody that can really get that ball out once the ball is going to be caged up hard like this. And so Chaos Dwarfs does have a chance to really grind down this Dark Elf team, but Dark Elves does have a wizard in hand, so he can maybe try something. Hobgoblins do have that armor value 7, so if you strike them down with the wizard spell, it does have inherent mighty blows in the spell, and so you might actually be able to get him down. Chaos Dwarves look so good here on paper. I mean, quite honestly, should be able to just bowl them over. Dark Elves, as you can see, doesn't want to base the Chaos Dwarves whatsoever. Not going to give away too many 2-die blocks if he can help it. But I'm pretty sure Chaos Dwarves are going to be happy to just continue to step in there. That's why they have that tackle inherent on them. You stick them on these guys, they try to dodge away, but even if they do have dodge, not such a big deal. They do have that tackle ability, and eventually somebody's going to miss a dodge, and then they're going to turn the ball over. They're going to end up with a few guys in melee range of this Chaos Dwarves, and they're going to get punched in the face. In the face! Chorf team doesn't remove a player from the pitch. That's a turn. That's a bad turn right there. Yeah, you're right about that. KO though, that's pretty nice. It's just gonna be on a lineman with the block, and so not a big deal. Dark Elves again doesn't want to get too crazy with the match here, and so just trying his best to stay away. And as I said, look at this. Tackle ability does prevent that, and so he's gonna have to spend the reroll there. Does get win at 36th even, and that's gonna be too bad. Does actually break the armor as well, and so he's gonna be foul bait right there. And now look at this guy, he's gonna be in range to get hit, as well as this guy right there. So that's gonna be 2 free hits plus the frenzy and a foul. So this is gonna be so good for this Chaos Dwarf right there. Yeah, 1 at 36, the bane of all elves. And we'll get the piling on, and we'll get the mighty blow, but boy, on the value 8, holding up pretty strong there. We'll get the blitz off with the claw Chaos Dwarf, but only going to get some pushes, but he will be able to push him into yet the waiting arms of another Chaos Dwarf, and he'll get the defender down, and he does have the mighty blow as well, but boy, oh boy, armor value 8 holding up. Look, 2 1s on the dice on the armor value break as well, and so as you can see, Dark Elves armor value 8 holding up way better than the Chaos did in the last game against the Chaos Dwarf team. Hobgoblin already going past the midfield. So far, so good. Dark Elves just want to play keep away at this point and just keep getting pushed back here slowly but surely. And the Chaos Dwarves will love this right here. Pushing them back slowly, pushing them to the back. And then after a while, we'll just push them into the touchdown area, push them out of the field. break their bones, break their legs. Oh man, pandemonium. Gonna get that cage in there no matter what. We'll get the Bull Centaur to do it as well. Doesn't want to allow the Dark Elf team any glimmer of hope or anything like that. And he will move up. Dark Elves gonna be returning fire. Look at the KO, and that's an armor value 9 Chaos Dwarf. So this is looking pretty good for the Dark Elf team. Again, no big injuries was caused all throughout those hits, and the Chaos Dwarf team did have a bunch of hits on this Chaos. I mean, the Chaos Dwarfs did have a lot of hits on this Dark Elf team, and so it's just, what more can they wait for? What more can they do? Get the Blitz in there. We'll try to get down the Hobgoblin. This is a good idea right there. Armor value 7. Try to pick on the only real weakness here for this Chaos Dwarf team, and it will be the Hobgoblins. We'll get the injury. Just going to be a stun, but still one little bit, and that's all it takes. It's going to be the sidestep block. It's going to get uncomfortably in the way of this Chaos Dwarf ball carrier, and so he's going to have to use the Blitz on him instead. And if he doesn't get him down, it's going to be a sidestepper, so he needs to block away this area and then get the Blitz in or something like that. But feeling good about his chances. He's going to get the Blitz in and does get the defender down die. That is tremendous. And it was going to be a Claw Mighty Blow and a pretty good shot at breaking armor, and he does get him down. KO on that even. Luckily no big injuries, but still going to try to clear up the pitch out a little bit, turn by turn for his Chaos Dwarves, and we'll be able to move up the ball just a tad little bit again. Turn 4 though, and now turn 5, Chaos Dwarves is doing everything they can to get anything going. Does have a dirty player Hobgoblin, but with no fouls in hand, it's not going to do too much more with it. The KO Chaos Dwarf team does send a little bit of a warning. Doesn't want to get a little bit undermanned here in the long run, so doesn't want to get any foul outs called on his Chaos Dwarves. And so, unlike the Chaos team, he won't be able to get the fouls here, and with that, we'll cut down on some of the injuries that might happen to this Dark Elf team. Perhaps should have saved the bribe for the Dark Elves, maybe? Considering that the bribe pretty much was used after, what, 8-9 fouls caused on the Chaos team in the last bit. I'll tell you what, talking about a little bit unfair here, this is it. Dark Elves are living a pretty charmed life. 2 KOs, and at this point, turn 4 and turn 5 coming up, Dark Elves are going to take this. They're going to definitely take this and continue on their streak of non-huge injuries. Yeah, it's definitely becoming a game of inches. But all it takes is just one good turn to get those injuries off. And there we go. Might get some here. Just going to get a stun, but that will probably start the ball rolling in the right direction for this Chaos Dwarf team. But as you see, Dark Elves continue to stay away. Doesn't want to get bashed up too much. And so we'll continue to keep his players out of range for the time being. And the Chaos Dwarf is going to drop his Hobgoblins back a little bit. The game of inches is just got lost a little bit. We'll stand up. We'll get the Blitz in. And we'll get the armor value break again. Armor value 8. Holding up strong. No big injuries was caused on that last turn there. And dodge is going to be missed. He will use the reroll there. And he will get it this time. One reroll left, and so definitely will take that. Doesn't want to leave all of his Dark Elves in melee range, so that's why he rerolled that, I betcha. Because you don't want to let the Chaos Dwarves have all these guys to snack on. I'll tell you what, you don't want that. Here's the push there. That's not good enough, but he will have another shot at getting another hit in at least. So trying to get down this Bull Centaur. Won't do it, though. It's just going to get a push here, and so he's going to get hit here by that Bull Centaur, and unfortunately doesn't get him down. Witch Elf though, not going to give up on it though. We'll get the Blitz off here. It's going to be the Frenzy Blitz. He does have dodge, so still continuing to stay up here. One die block does get it there after all that. Finally gets the Bull Centaur down. Holy crap, you kidding me, buddy? And again, we'll stay away from range of any of the Chaos Dwarves. We'll try to dodge out his runner. We'll be able to do so. And with that, turn 6 coming up. Weak side is going to be on the right side, but quite honestly, if you hand off to the Bull Centaur, they could probably make it in themselves at this point, but still want to get the hits in. Chaos Dwarves aren't done yet. Wants to get more injuries in. Gonna go ahead and aim down on the weak runner that does have the armor value 7, but just gonna get a push there. Oh boy, not working out well. I'm a little bit surprised that the runner's left out there because there's a leader bug right now that you still get the leader reroll even if he's gonna be sitting on the bench. So the lineman probably should have been in there instead of the runner, but you know, the runner does have that nice extra movement allowance, I guess, so probably wanted to keep him in there for any ideal taking the ball back going the other way or something like that. Does have that dump off ability as well, so can definitely do that. Incoming foul. He's playing for the foul, you think? No, he's not going to, no. Dark Elves didn't end up fouling. He probably wanted to, but took too long to get the hit in. That's what happened. But here comes the foul there, speaking of, and he will get sent off straight away. And unfortunately, no big injury was caused there on the lying Dark Elf there. Lying Dark Elf. And the armor value break just more goose eggs there. More snake eyes on the dice. And the Chaos Dwarf are the one that's going to get called out. And that's the dirty player one as well. So quite possibly no more fouls are going to be done by this Chaos Dwarf team, and that's pretty much a win in itself for the Dark Elf team. Playing some pretty good defense, only really because the injuries has just been god-awful for this Chaos Dwarf team. This is kind of what happens. You get a kill team out there, and then they don't get the armor value breaks, and now what? Uh-oh. They can't really move the ball very well, and that's kind of what happens when you go a little bit one-dimensional. You get too many guys that can hit, and that's not quite good enough for you guys. And he's going to move back here. And Dark Elves now is going to try to get the hits in himself. He's like, I'm done with you guys. I saw what you did to the Chaos team. I'm going to hit you back. But just some pushes there. Oh, boy. You would think 2-die block, right? Defender down, defender stumbles. 50% chance with 2-die block, but no big things coming out for them. Going to try to dodge up. Not going to use the last reroll there. Turn 7 coming up for this Chaos Dwarf team. And he's going to have to advance the ball. Definitely wants to get to about maybe right here. Quite possibly even better right there. But definitely want to get to at least the 14-yard line for the time being. Yes, he does. He wants he's eyeballing this area there. He's at least got a side cage if he wants it, with the Chaos Dwarf supporting the side cage there if he wants. But I don't know if he does want that. Dark Elves actually still has the wizard in hands. So worst come to worst, he could try to stifle up the offense of this Chaos Dwarf team and then use the wizard at the last bit. That's definitely quite viable at this point. If he can stop the Chaos Dwarf team from scoring, this could be it. And he's going to move up. He's going to be out of range. Boy, he's going to be out of range for the touchdown himself, I think. Oh, no, he's got movement allowance 7, so he's actually in range, but just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2 go-for rolls. I don't know if you want to do all that madness, but he does have a couple of re-rolls in hand, so he can use one re-roll on this turn and then one on the next turn. But it looks like he's just going to hold on to all the re-rolls there. And the Dark Elves are going to have to put up a big old screen right in front of this cage to stop anything, and then quite possibly maybe even take down these Bull Centaur here on the right side, so he can't maybe turn it up the field and score it himself. Turn 8 coming up. I think he's going to use the wizard at the end, though. I think that may be the play right here. Dark Elves just going to take down and use the wizard here. And then hopefully the Hobgoblin goes and takes a big old fall, because if he does, then he won't be going for long here and get the touchdown himself. And that's got to be the plan here. Use the wizard here, force the agility 2 pickup, and if he's able to get it, then he's just able to get it at this point. But that's... Here comes the wizard. Gotta be use the wizard here. Gotcha. No, he's not gonna use the... Wow, he's not gonna use the wizard there. Gonna just rely on some good old-fashioned Nuffle, I guess. He is 2 go-for rolls away. He does have the sidestepper there, but with tackle... Ooh, another push here. So just gonna get in front of the Bull Centaur, but the Bull Centaur should get a hit as well. But it's going to be another sidestep. Oh, Boy, couldn't get down the key guys out of his way right there. And that, oh, the big old injury there. Apothecary will be used on him. I can't blame him here because, boy, this is already turn 8 and the injuries has just been absolutely horror bad for him. So we'll be able to move his guys up. He's gonna get the maybe dodge. Wait, no, he's not gonna get the dodge. He does have the reroll though. He does have tackle. So yeah, the reroll. He gets 1 and 9 there. Oh no, and that is it. Actually bounces into the hands of the other Hobgobble after trying to do the dodge away. Gets 1 and 9, and that's it. Dark Elf holds, and actually. Even more so, he actually held on to his wizard. Oh man, he got 1 and 9 there, and then after that, just 2 more go for rolls, and oh man, you better believe that after that, oh man, good thing he's got tackle on that blitzer because he forced the reroll usage there instead of actually having the dodge, but nonetheless, the dodge would have failed anyways, but still. Stopped everything here. Dark Elves hold on defense. This is absolutely become a game there, but the Dark Elves now, he's gonna have to play some offense and gonna be down a couple of guys actually from the KOs. They're not gonna come back, unfortunately. No Bloodwiser babes or anything like that, but still does still have the wizard in hand. So if anything, even if the Chaos Dwarf team does manage to stifle up the Dark Elf offense, blow the wizard, punch open a hole, score it there at the end. So Dark Elves, all he has to do is play some patient Blood Bowl now. Drive up the pitch, gets every little bit, go up inch by inch, square by square, scored by the end, or maybe scored quickly. I don't know if that's gonna be. I don't think that's going to be an option here. Dark Elves are definitely going to want to hold it as long as they possibly can. And then score it there at the end. And then Chaos Dwarves, not enough time there. There is going to be Magic Dump. So no change of weathers or anything like that for this game as well. So with the wizard in hand, if the Dark Elves might actually think about, you know what, I might score it in 3, 4, maybe 5. And I still get the wizard. So the Chaos Dwarf team, they don't have anybody that quick and they scored in 1. Or even maybe 2. Well, actually 2 turn touchdowns viable because it does have that Bull Centaurs and even the 7 movement allowance Hobgobble. So not a big deal. Ooh, pitch invasion. So Dark Elf is going to pay the price. And ooh, the guy that's going to be back there to try to get the ball won't be able to do so. But I think luckily the Switch Elf should just be in range. 1, 2, 3, 4. He doesn't even need to go the full length to pick that ball up. Just wants to maybe get his guys back there in the lead. So not a big deal. That's the nice thing about getting the Chaos Dwarf draw right there. I mean, you're not going to worry about Chaos Dwarves running in the backfield loose like, haha, no way. I don't know if he wants to get this ball. Oh, actually does get the ball up with the Witch Elf. Does the 2 go for rolls as well, but like I said, I mean, Bull Centaurs might be able to get back there, I suppose. Does have 9 movement allowance in toto. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, the Bull Centaurs might be able to get back there. But I mean, since you're an elf, you can just pass it to somebody in the midfield or even at the backfield and cage up once again, and then you're going to be clear from any real danger. So not too big of a deal, but I guess the pitch invasion put his guys on his backs, and so doesn't want to give away too much. No blitz throughs here from the Bull Centaurs, I guess. Doesn't want to go through with it. Maybe he wants to get a blitz through over here on this side. Oh no, he just wants to get some hits in. Chaos Dwarf still continuing with the hits. Wants to get down the armor value breaks, but pushes on the dive rolls. Sidestep has absolutely just been a bit of a thorn, and even though he's got tackle inherent, hasn't really been able to use it as much. Lots of push dives on these hits. Gonna be worse if there's goblins in the pitch. Oh man, don't even remind me. I'm testing out the goblins now, and oh man, they're all kinds of funsies. Scum. Just you wait. I like to see some scum goblin play. I hear so much about it. I want to see the famous scum goblin plays. Okay, scum? Yeah, I better see it soon. Dark Elves continue to stay away from base to base contact with the Chaos Dwarfs. As you can see, we'll try to dodge away. We'll get the blitz in. We'll hit down a Hobgoblin there, and it's going to be the main ball carrier even, and we'll be able to get down the Hobgoblin. Just going to be a stun though, but he does open up a bit of a opening here on the left side. Loner's going to stand right there because, you know, that's what Loner players do. Take the hits, and it will be the injury there. Fanfill, he's not going to be in Blood Bowl 3. Tell you that much. And he's going to go down with that injury. He's probably going to give up Blood Bowl. Why am I the Loner player? Stood me up between these two big guys right there in the middle of the pitch and just get absolutely mauled there. Hobgoblins. You know, this is the troubling thing here for the Chaos Dwarves right there, right? I mean, normally if you have, say, the Dwarven team, at least you have runners holding up the backfield. But now you're going to have to do it with Hobgoblins, and you have to have, what, at least 4 of them on the pitch. So you're left a little bit more vulnerable than normal than your Dwarf cousins. And here's a KO, and that's definitely going to be worth it right there. He needed that one. Claw, Mighty Blow piling on. Trying to get something here. Actually doesn't follow up on that KO even. Content with taking that KO at this time, and then wait and see what the Dark Elves want to do with the ball. So far, he's just going to drift back here with the Witch Elves. He's going to play some Elf ball right there, some Pro Elf, High Elf play right there, and then keep away at the moment. Not doing a Dark Elf running game. Just going to stay back for the time being. Does have that Witch Elf with the +1 agility, so with 5 agility can really hook the ball from a good space away. I've done that before. Get a +1 agility Elf player and then huck the ball from like midfield, and it's only like a 3+ pass. That's what I love to do. Have a huge bomb ready to go. Gonna give it to the runner instead. He's got dump off, and so it does ensure that, hey, if you need to maybe go potato or something like that in the last bit, you're gonna be fine-ish. Dark Elves really using up a lot of time here. Time ticking down, so really making sure that he makes the best possible moves, especially against Chaos Dwarf team. Quite possibly favored to win, but with the Wizard non-usage there at the end of the half, a little bit surprising that he didn't. I'm a little bit surprised because if he would have taken out that Hobgoblin, the other Hobgoblin would have been too far away, so he would have had to have taken that up with a Bull Centaur and taken it in for the touchdown. That's a 4+ pickup. Did have to re-roll, but still, 4+ pickup. Instead, he opted to allow the Hobgoblin to do a 3+ dodge, and luckily that didn't work out. So I guess at this point, the results are all that matters at this point. Oh man, gonna get that hit in. Bull Centaur playing some safety there. Again, more pushes for the tackle players of the Chaos Dwarf team. Unfortunately. But the Dark Elves now with that, not gonna waste too much time. Try to dodge away. Ooh, gonna use the reroll there. And hopefully not get muffled. Oh boy, that's the guy that's actually used the blitz even. So luckily that didn't happen. We'll get the blitz off here. No, actually, I guess he didn't. What happened there? Did the blitz? Let's take a look here. Did he blitz and move right there? Let's take a look again. Sorry, I missed it right here, but I don't want to miss too much. But did he use the blitz and then move or something? Actually, I think he did, huh? Well, let's see in just a sec here in just a moment. Boy, there's so many pushes here, and actually opting to go ahead and touch him up here. And, or maybe that was just a bug or something like that. I don't know. They dodge away. No, okay. Am I missing something here? Maybe the dice didn't pop up? No. I'm gonna blitz. Oh, just joking. JK. Not blitzing at all. What? Well, the blitz was used, and in the end, didn't exactly hit a Hobgoblin. Does free up his man up the front line, and as you can see there, the runner is going to move up, and I think that's definitely a mistake because, man, the time is running out. dodge is going to fail, but luckily, again, as I said there, Dark Elf Runner with that dump off ability, but that does mean that the Chaos Dwarf team will just go and box away these guys. Now, dump off ability can't be aided by anything. Just going to be a 2-square pass, basically. So all he needs to do is touch up the Witch Elf, touch up these guys right there, cut away the dump off ability. Now, the dump off ability, you can dump it off to the ground, and so that's also a possibility as well for the Dark Elf Runner there to just throw it against the ground and just hope that the Chaos Dwarf team use up all of his guys so that he can't go and pick up the ball afterwards. And that might be the play right here, but I don't know. Yes, it's going to be through Witch Elf anyways. She does have the +1 agility, so even though there's 3 guys on her, that doesn't matter. It's a 3+ pass. Does get it. I think that was a 4+ catch. Yes, it was a 4+ catch. MNG. Runner doing the job there, but Runner's going to pay the price even. Going to get injured. But Witch Elf does have the rock now, and as I said, because he still has a wizard in hand, is very viable to getting the score right here, right now. But Witch Elf, she doesn't have leap or anything. She's going to have to get out of the traffic there. I don't know exactly how, but at least she's got the +1 in agility, so all she needs is a sliver, just needs a small little hole to go through. Oh, there we go. No hole necessary. Just dodge away this way and go along the left side. Yes, she's going to get away. This is definitely going to be a bit of a potato move. Yes, it is. Bull Centaurs are going to be in range after those 2 go for it rolls. Just wanted to get out of range of these Chaos Dwarf blockers. And all he needs to do now is just tie up the Bull Centaurs. Maybe even blitz them down if possible. Dodge through here. Yes. No. 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 Yeah, fate of many runners. And not gonna get it there. Actually, I think missed the easier of the 2 dodges there. Got back-to-back ones even. Got the hard 4+ dodge, but didn't get the 2+ dodge. Can you believe that? And actually did go and try to tie up this Bull Centaur. The only Bull Centaur that can actually do anything here. But this should be a 2-die block coming up right here. He does have break tackle, so not a big deal, but still. Comes the 2-die block, and at least it's going to be the Bull Centaur without the tackle ability, unless he wants to dodge here, and then it's going to be a 2+ into a, what is it, a 5+ dodge, 4+ dodge here. If he wants to do it there, no, he's going to just do the 2-die block, so just going to go ahead and hope like crazy that the 30% comes through for the defender down. And then he does have a reroll, so 30% on that. About a 55% chance to get him down. No, not a 55% chance. It's going to be a 45% chance, I believe, to get him down. Here. Needs the defender down. Not going to get it here. 45% doesn't get him out. Oh, boy. Witch Elf gets away with the potato. Actually, the only play left on the table, and actually that spent a lot of time on the pitch, so turn 14 will easily score it there, and with the wizard in hand, does have the advantage to actually win this ball game. 1-0, Straight Elf Society is going to be going up, and Clement0 coming in to replace the Dark Elf player in the last moment, actually doing quite well for himself. So this is not the top Dark Elf race at all. He's not even the I don't think he's even the 2nd best Dark Elf. He was the 3rd best Dark Elf race. Came in because the first 2 guys didn't come in quick enough or anything. And now look at him. He's just absolutely running away here and could possibly win it here as long as the wizard comes true for him. Look at that, guys. All you need is a shot. All you need to do is take a shot, guys, and you got it. Those of you out here, thanks for joining me so much on my Twitch channel. I really appreciate you. Thanks for coming out. Hey, if you haven't already, hit that follow button for me. Definitely helps me out. Definitely gets more Champions Cup playoffs to you guys every single time. Check me out on YouTube as well, as Nightbot has conveniently pointed out for you. You can subscribe there. You can check out more Blood Bowl videos, as well as some role-playing games, strategy role-playing games here on my channel. But that's not what you're here for. You're here for Blood Bowl. So let's see it here. We have the kickoff here. quick snap, and that's going to be great for this Chaos Dwarf team. Definitely needed that. 3 more turns left to play, and wants to get the touchdown, hopefully in 3. And moving 1 square will definitely help that out. Chaos Dwarfs 4 movement allowance, and so definitely can't use his Chaos Dwarfs the entire way, and gonna have to somehow move and get some cage going there. Probably gonna do a half cage eventually at the 14-yard line, if anything. But like I said, does still have the wizard. Now, what a different game this would be if the Dark Elf team did not have a wizard in hand, huh? I mean, tremendous. I think I would have definitely used the wizard there at the end of the first half, but then now I probably would have been like, oh, I'm running out of gas here. How do I stop the Chaos Dwarf team? Thanks for joining me there. I really appreciate that, Slice. Hey, Slice. Oh, thanks for hooking me up with the league scheduling as well, or the league reporting here. So thanks a lot for that as well. I really appreciate that. Bull Centaur's gonna move up. He's probably gonna have to hand off to the Bull Centaur, to be honest. I think that's gonna have to be a play eventually. I don't think he can run it in with the Hobgoblin, although the Hobgoblin does make the best ball carrier at this point, so doesn't need to do anything as of yet. Still have 3 more turns left. Dark Elf team doesn't need to use the wizard. Needs to wait it out and see which way the Hobgoblin goes. And quite honestly, if I was the Dark Elf team, I would hope that the Hobgoblin keeps the ball, because then the lightning or whatever is going to be used on the armor value 7 and quite possibly take him out for the rest of the game here. So there it is right there. He's going to stand in a okay spot there to get wizard lightning bolted. There we go. No ones. Yes, gets the hit in, and not going to cause any real injuries, and thankfully Bull Centaur is right there to mark it up, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get to, but +1 in agility Witch Elf. She can dive through all this madness. And honestly, there's a little hole right there, so it's going to be 2+ into a 2+ pickup. Yes, he will get it. Witch Elf gets it right here. We'll be able to move along the left side. Again, is going to be moving away with the ball after the lightning bolt. Gets the go for it rolls. Why not? Going to try to punt it away to boot. Oh, yes indeed. But oh, going to get the fumbles there, unfortunately. 3+ pass. Doesn't get it there. And since it was inaccurate, no +1 on that. Oh no. And does fumble there, but ooh, speaking of getting fumbled there, that's going to use the last reroll here from that Bull Centaur miss. And ooh, injury there. Big one on the Witch Elf. And no long-term effect on her, but not a big deal. Did enough, or is it going to be enough? 2 more turns left. Hobgoblin's going to be right there, so quite possibly can get this Hobgoblin, get this ball back, and then move the ball up. 1 more turn left. Should get a little escort here. Injuries are starting to come through. Chaos Dwarf team still has a chance here. MNG on that lineman, but who cares? He's just level 1. And so the Chaos Dwarf team does have something here. Hobgoblin, he's farting, but it's okay. We still love him, just not standing around him downwind. And the defender stumbles. We'll be able to get the hit here. Oh man, Chaos Dwarf needs this pickup. Can't flub it up. Does have sure hands, so can't. Is the sure hands gonna? No, it's not gonna. Did actually fail the first bit. Does pick it up, and with 1 more turn left, gonna have to go to one of these guys. Maybe this Hobgoblin there, possibly the Bull Centaur, and worst come to worst, maybe this Chaos Dwarf blocker. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 3 of these guys are in range, and so Dark Elves gonna go and blitz down the Bull Centaur, put him back 1, but that's not good enough. But at least he'll be touching him up even more so. Gonna need to put up a big old screen in front and maybe stifle up the Chaos Dwarves. Oh, I don't know if this is going to be enough right there. I think I would have liked a screen right there. Instead, gonna miss the dodge right there. Oh no. And here it is. Chaos Dwarf does have a real shot. Just needs to give it to this Hobgoblin. A pass to him even. Just going to get the 1-die block. Ooh, not going to get it there. But Bull Centaur will get the block in there. Defender stumbles. And now it makes this game a lot more difficult. If this Blitzer would have actually have gotten hit down, then it would be a different story. But instead, he's going to try the crazy dodge, break tackle dodge. So it was a 2+ dodge at the end, but got knuffled after the dodge re-roll. Back-to-back ones. 1 in 36. Got stifled there. Break tackle wasn't enough. Oh, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Goes off in a puff. Oh man. At the end there, Bull Centaur. Break tackle. That's why we could break tackle, guys. But unfortunately, it doesn't work out. As you can see, there are 15 armor value breaks, but I think 5 injuries were inflicted. But honestly, that kind of came more or less at the end of the game when it just kind of didn't really matter at that point. So still got the injuries, but the Chaos Dwarf team doesn't move on due to basically some nuffling there. Didn't get the injuries early on. Didn't get the break tackle dodge at the end. And that, my friends, is how you win against a bashy team there. When you make your team a little bit one-dimensional and not too many guys there that's, like I said, offensive threat, ball carrier, a ball hawk, a hitter, and then a fouler. Well, if you don't have all of that stuff, then it makes the game just a little bit more difficult when 1 or 2 of your areas don't really work out, and that's it. So with that, let's take a quick look at the brackets. As I said, no, that's my Twitch channel there. And Straight Elf, nobody voted them to win. I sure as hell didn't either. But Straight Elf Society, they will take the big W. Oops. Actually unclicked it, and there we go. They will face against Ducky's Orc team. Oh man, at least 100 euros going the way here of one of, or actually 2 of the 4 guys here making it through. But definitely, guys, oh man, I definitely still like the Orc team. And the Dark Elves, I don't know if they can get a repeat performance there. His armor did not break very often there, but I don't know if that's going to still continue to be the same against that Orc team. Wood Elf against Bretonnian team. This is going to be a tough one to call as well, but man, I like the Bretonnian team's play, and I think it's the slightly stronger coach there after seeing the Wood Elves play there. So I think I like the Bretonnian team, and I like the Orc team to be there at the end. Wow. So thanks again for joining me. This is the VG Pierced Scum. You ready for some Goblin play? LE coming up pretty soon, huh? Thanks for joining me. Thanks for that follow, Slice. I really appreciate you, brother. And with that, I am going to be out of here. It is way late. Way late. More semifinals. Champions Cup to come as they play next week. You better believe it, guys. It's going to be right here on this channel. All quick replays. Lots of commentary. And good night to all of you out there. It's been beautiful. I love you. Follow along. Subscribe. Like my videos. And hopefully, I'll see you guys next time.